have fun.
Yeah. Oh no, I understand that. I'm excited. Hey, we're live.
We are live, people. Um,
Yay.
so as you can see on the screen, we got Deluxe tonight. I am your interviewer, Nate Simmons. Nathan Simmons on YouTube. Tonight is a little bit of a switcheroo. Typically, Deluxe is actually doing a around 30 with all of us YouTubers or collectors and whatnot. So I thought I would kind of turn the tables on him a little bit and kind of get some information out of him. So
Uh,
I do want to say welcome everybody into the channel tonight and hanging out with us. We thank each and every one of you coming out. We definitely appreciate you. Um, so without further ado, a man of the hour, Deluxe Baldwin.
hey
Uh,
there, everybody. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. It's an honor to. Like I said, I had a great time. Interviewing you and everything, and it's just good times. It's you get to know people out in the community, and it's just a little one-on-one kind of action thing, so to speak. Stuff.
so tell us a little bit about yourself, Deluxe. So kind of like where you're from, your family, job, background, whatever you want to share with us out there. Let us know who you really are.
Okay. I am from Arkansas. I've lived here all of my life. Well, I was in the military for 8 years. I was in the Army. So for those years, I was overseas and in Texas. And I'm from the northeast part of Arkansas, but now live in central Arkansas, which is near Little Rock, which is the capital and everything. Um, I mean, right now I don't have a job. I go to school right now. I work for a computer company. Put it that way. They released their, workforce release, which is they sent my job overseas. So now they're paying my school, and I'm going to school for HVAC, heating, air, and all that stuff. And I mean, that's about it. My family, I have one brother, and I have my mom, and that's it. Really a small family. And I'm married to Belisa. If anybody knows her, if you listen to Sharecast, she's been my wife for a little bit, and everything. She's got a huge family, and that's about it. I mean, nothing. Uh, I collect Transformers and NECA toys sometimes, and I do reviews, Hell Hasbro reviews, and that's it. Oh, I'm on. I keep forgetting I'm on Shattercast Uncut too. I keep forgetting that part, but everything. I don't think anything else. I mean, unless you want to know anything else, I don't really have anything else to say about that.
So tell us about your dog. You exclusively
Oh
put your puppy with you in most videos. Tell us about your dog.
yeah, that is Gator. He's a pug. He's a full pug. Funny story is he's 4 years old. He's fixed to be 5. My sister-in-law actually found him out. My sister-in-law, they live out in the boonies. They're country hicks and everything. She cleans houses for a job and everything. So she does that. And Gator, which he wasn't Gator back then, but he was a stray, and I guess somebody let him off or something out in the country, which is weird because you can get a lot of money for pugs, and it was
Hmm.
just weird. And we were talking about getting a dog, and we wanted a pug, and lo and behold, her sister calls and says they found a pug, and I think would we like to have him? And I was like, we like heck yeah we do. So she went and got him some shots and stuff and everything. Took him to the vet, got him cleaned and everything. And the sad part was the people that where she found him, they were going to actually shoot him because he was bothering them or something like that. He was begging for food, and all that stuff and everything. So yeah, I mean that's what you do in the country. If you don't like dogs or something, they're stray dogs. A lot of people just drop them off, which is sad, and just people shoot them because they just don't want to deal with them. So luckily we got to him, or my sister-in-law got to him, quick enough, and we've had him since. And we have my mom's dog too. We have her name's Fifi, and she is a mixed Chihuahua and something else. I forgot. I forgot whether it's a mixed breed. So we have another dog with us, but I haven't put her in one of my things yet. So that's Gator.
You definitely need to put Fifi in there with you. You should have them both playing with Transformers. Like have Fifi going after one, then having Gator with with
Yeah.
Chicken playing.
I don't know about that. She's old. She's older. She's like 16 years old. She's on. kicking up there in age. So I have to check her sometimes when she's sleeping just to make sure she's still kicking. So she's one of those kind of dogs. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind. I don't know if she I think she'd play along and everything, but like I said, she's up there in age. So
Definitely. Gotta respect your elders,
oh
especially
yeah,
in dog
yeah.
years.
No, definitely.
So,
So
all of us, of course, we all get to know you a lot because of your reviews. You do a different style of review than most Transformer reviewers do.
mhm,
Um, and I actually like it because for me, it's like if I want to watch a transformation video, typically I'd want to watch it by itself. It's a how-to
mhm,
guide. you
yeah,
know a lot of reviewers that do it within the video, it makes it a lot longer sometimes. So for kids, and I'm going to say people younger than me and Matt, a lot of times they don't have the attention span to watch a longer video like that. So
exactly.
sometimes the breaking up of those videos is great because it actually gives you the time to watch either or, and
Yeah,
it's a great overview. And you still do pretty much everything, the comparisons you do, alt modes, you do everything other than
mhm,
the transformation.
yeah.
And to me, I really appreciate that. I
Thank
still
you.
like the other ones too, like, T-Man, MGO,
Yeah.
everybody that does it,
Oh.
they all
Mhm,
do it. But
yep.
it is cool to see a different version. And so, henceforth, I had actually put a poll out on my channel earlier this year. What did people want me to review? And the number one pick was Transformers.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I will be doing something similar to yours, but different. Um,
Yeah.
but mine won't include transformations either because I fumble through it with big fat thumbs every time I'm trying to do it on a camera, and it's just ugly.
Yeah.
And I let the professionals do that.
Yeah. No, I understand. So,
Uh,
man, I'm sorry. Go on.
I was just going to say is how did you get started with those kind of reviews? What brought you to that?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I started, a couple of years ago, I guess, a year or two, about 2 or 3 years ago. And I was on a Showercast, and I reached out to the guys and I said, Bobby just started doing his reviews and everything and all that stuff, and Mr. Skullface, everybody knows him. I was doing, like regular folks were doing. I was, behind the camera and doing transformation and everything like that. So, and I reached out to Bobby and Robert and all them and Justin and Greg, and I said, is there something I could do that would stand out? Because I'm just doing, regular stuff like everybody else does. And he's like, tell you what, people watch you because of you. They don't watch because of the transformer. What they're basically what they told me. It's like, they want to see how you react, and how you have stories with it, the transformers and everything. And they said you should be in front of the camera and still show the transformer, but show it how you see the transformer because you love transformers so much. They want to see your reaction to it and everything. And and then the floor time, that was something that stood out also with me is when I was our first TFCon that we all got together as the Sharecast people. We was in Chicago, and we was down in the basement, and Bobby had a table. He was selling his merchandise and everything. I just had bought a Pretender or something. I forgot. It was a G1 Pretender. I forgot which one. And I went over and sat on the floor. There was no chairs, so I sat on the floor and just started playing with it. And I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't going to think that I was going to do that for my reviews or anything. I was even before I did reviews. And they started laughing at me, like saying, "Why are you on the floor playing with your toys?" I'm like, "Because I do that. I mean, that's what I do. I have fun. I like to do it when I was a kid. It just reminds me of when I was a kid and playing with Transformers." And they said, "Do that. That's what you need to do with your reviews because that will stand out, and nobody does that." So that's where that came from, and that's why I do the in front of me, stuff where you can show reactions and everything like that. So it's basically just, they help me, further my reviews and everything to make me stand out other because like you said, people can watch transformations, that's fine and everything, but um they said they want to watch the review because of you, because of how much you love transformers and stuff. So that's why I do it.
Sweet. Well, man, and that's the thing is we all love it because we're all subscribed to you. We've all been watching you for a
Yeah,
long time. A
yeah,
lot of us kind of knew you before, the reviews too,
hmm,
especially through the Realm of Collectors and Shattered Cast, a lot of us has been part of that for a long amount of time. It
yeah,
hits the days, the starting of TFW, back to T-Formers days.
Yeah.
Unicron, WMD, those kind of days.
Yeah.
Uh,
Exactly.
we're kind of showing our age here of how long we've been following Transformers on the internets. Uh,
Yeah.
but
Well,
it's always been a fun part of us.
yeah, I just, I love doing reviews. A lot of people joke with me, like, I do tons of them because I have a lot of time on my hand now and everything with, I'm not in class all the time, but, I like to change it up. I'm doing new stuff. Really excited. I've started doing an evolution of, I did one for a hound. So I'm really excited to start doing those. I'm going to do jazz next, and I'm just going to, and do other stuff like that. And then I'm doing, what's new in Transformers. So I'm just trying to, instead of just doing reviews all the time, you have to, I guess, evolve. Like I just said, evolve of a character. I just like to do, reviews. I like to put out stuff, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not, and I just really hope people see that I like to do this. I don't get paid for it. I'm not making crap on it at all. I buy all my Transformers, most of them. I've got sent some and everything, but I say a majority of my stuff is mine. So I'm just out there trying to have fun and just tell people what I think of this Transformer, and that's it.
Definitely. Yeah, same here. All this stuff back here, yeah, that's mine.
Yep,
Yeah. We
exactly,
don't make no
exactly.
money off of YouTube. We do it because we have fun doing it.
Exactly. Hmm. Yeah.
So, bringing up my next topic question for you, we're talking about Transformers. We both have a lot of them, especially between the two of us. If you combine our collections, holy crap, you need
Ah,
a U-Haul and probably two
yeah,
houses.
yeah, the museum, man.
It is. How long have you been collecting Transformers and toys in general, and what got you into them?
Well, I think if people of our ages, as a kid, I don't consider we were collectors as kids because I think we just played with them. Collectors, they actually take care of them and stuff. I threw my stuff in the sand and bottle rockets and everything. And it wasn't until about 2000 when RID, the first one, the car robots came out. I was walking through Walmart and I saw them on the pegs and I'm like, man, I used to love Transformers and everything. So I picked up a couple, did a couple here and there, and then I stopped a little bit for a little while. Then I walked in, I saw Armada Starscream. And Starscream had always been my favorite as a kid, and as far as he's my favorite character. And I saw that, and I found eBay, which is the devil, and
Yes.
I started ordering. I ordered my first G1, which was Ultra Magnus, and it went from there. And I've been collecting since 2000, 2001 ish, like now, so about 18 years. And yeah, it started. I've done other collections, like I've had Marvel Legends. I did a lot of Marvel Legends stuff. I tried mask. I have a couple mask figures and stuff, and cars and stuff. And then I'm doing the NECA stuff now, which I've only done the horror stuff, like the stuff behind you that you have. That's really nice and everything. But my wife told me that I could only do one collection, so it's all Transformers. So I try to do a little here and there, but it just doesn't interest me as much as what Transformers.
And that's kind of the same vein for a lot of us that are core Transformers fans. It's like we could
Hmm.
give up all of this stuff and it wouldn't matter. As long
Yeah,
as we didn't give up that stuff. We have to give up that stuff, we got issues,
exactly.
because
Yeah,
that's stuff we don't ever want to get rid of. We just want to get more of them because it's more toys to play with and more things to transform.
yeah,
Um,
that is true.
and that's the hard part. Like for me, for example, I'm an engineer. So I love to take things apart and put them
Oh
together,
yeah. Hmm.
So Transformers are great because I get to figure out how to transform it, how the intricacies work together, and then do
Yeah,
that and put them, I'm like, all right, I love it. I hate fans toys for certain parts of those for that reason.
exactly. Yeah,
But I mean, it is a thing from being a Transformers collector. Is like it's the same thing. I've been collecting since the '80s. I took a break during Beast Wars because I really wasn't sold on Beast Wars because I was a G1 guy. I liked some of
yeah.
them, but then I was in the same boat. I got back in with car robots, and I was like, oh
Oh
yeah, we went
yeah.
back to G1 type of Transformer. That's what I want to see. But yeah, there was something about it. It was just, and it was kind of cool too with Car Robots because it was a short season. There was only like 39 episodes, the whole
Yeah,
show.
it was.
So you
Mhm.
could watch all of it and you'd be good to go. It wasn't like the Unicron trilogy. You're like, oh God, you have to go through how many episodes of Armada,
Yeah,
Energon, and Cybertron. I'm like, ugh.
I didn't hate the Unicron trilogies. And with Car Robots, which a funny story is, I got all the stuff that Walmart in, and I wanted Fort Max. Or Brave Max. I'm sorry, the Brave Max and everything. And I didn't know, I wasn't really on the boards or anything like that when I did TFW and everything. But I was waiting forever for Brave Max to come over here. But it was a Japanese exclusive, so it never came over here. I finally got one, but I was waiting forever. I'm like, man, they got everything else. I got everything else in the line, but now I can't get Brave Max. So anyways, but yeah,
Yeah, see, I was super picky with car robots. I got Scourge, I got
yeah, good one. Mhm.
Optimus, I got Ultra Magnus, Megatron, Galvatron,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
the six changer. Yeah,
oh yeah, had to do those ones. And I tried to
that's
get
a
a
good toy.
Brave Max, and it was just way too expensive by the time I tried to get it. And I was like, I couldn't pay
Yeah,
import dues.
yeah, it was up there. I got a good one. I got one. I got a good deal. I got mine for like 250, maybe 300. But I saw him for going up to 600 at one point. I don't know if he's that anymore. Probably not, but he was up there for good money.
Well, and if you guys don't know who we're talking about, Brave Maximus was a recolor of Fortress Maximus from the G1, but it
Yeah,
also had less weapons and less things than that,
yeah,
and it had a pull-out map for a city, which was kind of cool. It was a good idea,
yeah,
for car robots.
yeah. I didn't get the map. I don't think I got the map. I don't think it came in a box either. I don't have the box for it, so I didn't have the map. Just got the. I just wanted the figure. It was cool. And it only has like a gun. It didn't come with the. I think it had the dish. I think it has the satellite dish. I think too maybe. I don't know. Oh, we'll see.
Gotta go look. Go look in the museum.
I know. I gotta go look at it.
Yeah, so I mean, and that's the cool thing is we all have lines of Transformers that we love. Of course, current lines. A lot of us love masterpiece lines. Some people love Chug, and but there's the older lines like
Yeah.
Unicron, Car Robots, G1, Beast Wars. There's so many lines within Transformers that there is a niche for everybody.
Oh
Even
yeah.
the new legends. From New Age, Iron Factory, Magic Square.
Mm,
We know you love those ones.
so good.
So that brings up to our next question. What is your favorite line of Transformers?
Oh, my favorite line. Oh man. Well, golly, man. I mean, the safe thing to say is masterpiece, which I'm always gonna love masterpiece. But man, I'm loving this legend stuff. I mean, Iron Factory and Magic Square are just hitting it out of the park with their stuff coming out, and they're coming out pretty good. Good waves. Where Magic Square just came in like half of last year, and we have
Mhm.
like close to 15, 20 bots almost. I think. I mean, they're up there. A couple of recolors, I give that, but that's still. But I mean, I have to go with masterpiece. I mean, any MP scale, kind of thing. I love, all that stuff. But that legend stuff is really I'm excited for the Legend War, whatever, with New Age. And you got DX9, you got Hot Soldiers, you got who Unique Toys, you got now Toy World coming in doing stuff. I mean, it's getting ridiculous, man. There's a lot of stuff to choose from now. But to me, Iron Factory and Magic Square will always be my go-to. I will whatever they could put out, more likely I will get. So
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like I don't collect anything Legends because there's a reason why I don't collect anything Legends. It's called another black hole that I don't need to go down.
that is true.
But
That is
but
true.
that Fort Max that you had, I think it was a week or two ago that you had. I don't know. I remember if it was Iron Factory or who did it.
The headmaster, just the
The
head.
headmaster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unique toy. Yeah, that's unique
unique
toy.
toys.
Yeah.
I might have to go in on that. And there's a reason why, because I love the headmaster's idea. I did when I was a kid, when I had the old Chrome Dome and brainstormed them. I'm like, dang it, I do want that. And then I saw Unique Toys, they've got, and you did the reviews, which didn't help me either, by the way, on, like Tom and Jerry and all the other ones. I'm like, I do want them, but I was like, crap.
Now, would you get the whole line, or would you just you do you just want that Fort Max one, or the Cerebros? Do you want the whole line? Because they're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
If I do it, I'll get the whole line, all the headmasters, But I could stop there though. I mean, that's the thing. I do have some self control. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh, that's good.
I
Yeah.
do. because you can go that route. You can go the Iron Factory. You can go the New Age. You can go the Hot Soldiers, which I still think New Age and Hot Soldiers is the same. But hey, um, but
I,
there is some of them like the DX9 ones. Those look really good. Like the Dutch looked really good.
yeah,
Shoki
his legs pop
reviews
off.
had it
Be
out, and it
careful.
looked great. I'm like, gosh, I
And,
definitely.
you got your city bots up there. You got Triticon, you got your combiners, Predaking up there. They go really good with those. I'm not gonna lie, they're the right scale with those.
I know they do, but I got a bunch of Pirates of the Prime Legends and a bunch of Titans Returns and Combiner Wars ones that
That's,
they'll be my fillers,
that's fine.
for Legends.
I
But
understand.
it's kind of the problem too with city bots is that you can't do a whole lot with them space wise.
That's true. Yeah,
I mean, unless you have a like 8-story house and you can actually fold them all out and play with them. It's like if I put them in my room here, it's like my whole floor would be covered from foot to foot
yeah.
with Triptychon and Fort Max and Metroplex.
It'd be so much fun though. It'd be a fun time, man. You couldn't walk anywhere, but it'd still be fun. Put them
Hey,
on a table.
nobody needs to walk. They just need to, just play with the toy, right?
It's true. That is way true.
Uh,
Well, hey, Gator.
so, so you did bring up NECA. Now that is a line that you do outside of Transformers, and just like I do, I'm the same way. I love NECA. I'm in aliens, predators, horror, you name it. I love NECA stuff. What got you into NECA, and what is your favorite one so far?
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, as far as NECA, it was. I was big, like you. I don't know. You was a big '80s slasher fan, whatever slasher horror movies and everything. I grew up on that. I remember when Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one came out. I remember I wanted to watch it so bad, and my mom was like, "No," she kept telling me no. And I was like, I kept begging her and blah blah blah. I know. I still haven't found him. Screw you, man. I still have not. I'm gonna have to order him from BBTS for now, I guess, because I
I had to
cannot
rub
find.
it in.
But when I was a kid, I wanted to watch so bad. She just finally fed up and said, "Okay, fine, you can watch it, but you're not gonna, if you get nightmares, you're not gonna, I'm not gonna mess with you or anything like that." I had nightmares for 2 weeks straight. That scared. I mean, it's so corny now, but when I was a kid, it was scared the crap out of me. So I've always been a big, and I'm a big Friday 13th. He's probably my favorite as far as Jason and everything. I like all that. I'm waiting. I wish, like I said, I need to find that Myers. I want to get Leatherface. I love to make a pinhead. That'd be pretty cool. And the reason why I got the NECA really is because they're affordable. You're looking at probably $30 at Target, and they come with tons of accessories. The sculpt is beautiful. Every time I do a NECA review, I say detailed, like at least you could do a drinking game and probably die because they're just so detailed to it's really nice. And my favorite, I mean, it had to be one of the Friday 13th, probably part six, I think it was. I think or Jason Lives or whatever. All of them actually, to be honest. I love all the Friday 13th, and the other ones are good. The Nightmare, Freddy's good. I have Pennywise. He's pretty good. Chucky, I have one of those. And I think that's it. The rest I have like 5 Jasons and stuff. So, but yeah, I just got them because they come with the Ultimates come with a lot of accessories, and they're really affordable and they're fun.
Definitely.
You can put,
Well,
sorry.
the cool thing about the Ultimates versus let's do a comparison real fast. You've got the Ultimate editions, like for all the horror ones. There's
Yep.
Ultimate editions for Predators and Aliens, and then they have the retail versions of those Predators and Aliens, which you don't get
Okay.
hardly jack with. They're cheaper, only by $3. And they're not as good. But I'm with you. I love the Ultimate editions. But I tell you, the one I want, I'm just like you. I want a pinhead. I want that done now because I need
Yeah,
that to go with the collection. I mean,
that
that's
is
the
very
only.
cool.
If they do that, and maybe the Phantasm, the guy from Phantasm,
Yeah.
I'd love to have a
Yeah.
guy like
Yeah.
him because they pretty much got every other, thing locked down.
I would love for them to do maybe Leprechaun or the Puppet Master. I don't know if you watch Puppet Masters, those
Puppet
little
Master,
puppets.
yeah,
Nah, I wouldn't mind if they did those. I don't have any of the Predators and Aliens. I don't know if I'm going to go into that because that's a hole right there because there's a lot. But they look good. I'm not gonna lie. But what I mean, there's Wishmaster. These are not '90s kind of horror movies. '80s. You know, what was it? Critters? I think it was. Was it
Predators.
Critters? little
Hey,
things.
killer clouds from outer space, man.
I have a Gizmo too. I want to get Stripe. I think Stripes just came out too. I like to. I loved Gremlins. Gremlins was one of my favorite movies as a kid. So I got. But you know what? He's actually one of the weakest ones I got. The Gizmo one is not that good, to be
No,
honest. But you know, it's kind of
he
trash.
he kind of is. I mean, he's got a bunch of great accessories, but his articulation
Yeah,
is shit.
the Rambo stuff is pretty neat. I like that. But yeah, he's kind of trashy. So he's one of my worst ones I got. But it's just something affordable, and they're really good figures. I like them.
Well, and especially the new ones now, because like I've got some older Predators that were from like 4 years, 5 years, maybe even 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, see, I
Those
don't have
ones,
that.
no. I mean, it's like you either leave them in the package, or you take them out and you just stand them. You don't try to articulate them at all
Really,
because
was
immediately
that
they
bad?
snap and break. I've had so many old Predators do that.
I've heard about the aliens. Greg from Mercy, he's on the Shattercast. He's in big. Me and him are both in big into the NECA stuff. And he said one of his aliens, I think it was alien. I think they're breaking. I think one of their tails are breaking or something, or a foot,
Probably
something
the
like that.
foot because the foot are they're so weird how they do their feet. Like they'll have one that's semi flat and then one's kind of curved with a toe hinge,
Okay,
and
yeah.
that toe hinge will break off.
Oh, really? Yeah. See, that's crap. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't gotten into those yet, but I've seen the Predators a lot, and I've seen the Aliens. I just keep on passing, but I am looking for that Myers. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go to BBTS to order it because I can't find him. He's just not gonna show up here, I guess. Oh well.
Same here. I haven't seen them in stores yet either. I mean, everybody else in the sun sees them, but I don't see
Yeah,
nothing here.
exactly. Greg, we're talking about Greg. He just found him just recently ago. He said if he would have found another one, he would have sent me one, but he got his. That's cool. That's awesome.
And that's the problem with NECA. It's like crazy at Target now. Like Lily, if they put it out that day of, you better get it that day of because you
Yeah,
come in the next day, it's gone.
yeah. We got a couple. They only and here in my town, they have a one Gremlin, some Jason Lives. I think I got two or three, and then they got a Chucky one, the good guy doll one. I think they got those. That's all they got. I've been waiting. It's been like a month since I've seen anything. So, oh well.
Yeah, mine just got some of those Kenner tribute Terminators in the T1000 and
Okay.
the brown one, which I picked that up, the only one they had, and they had that
Yeah.
and a Godzilla, and that was it.
Yeah. I've seen some Godzillas too, hanging on the hanging ones on.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I've seen the whether T1000s or whatever. I've seen those too, but yeah, I'm good. I don't need those.
yeah. See, I'm a huge Terminator fan, so I was like, now that they're reissuing them, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get all the reissues now versus paying extravagant prices for the old one,
Oh
because
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
it's like
That's ridiculous.
I mean, we do the same thing with Transformers too. If you miss one that's an MP or a third party one, it's like
Mhm.
they're going to reissue it unless it's Fans Toys. Fans Toys is finicky about some of their reissues.
Yeah, a lot of people are wanting like, especially Perceptor, their Tesla. They want
Yep.
that reissued, and their Insecticons. A lot of people are, they can go for some good money. Those four actually could go for some good money, fans toys wise. And people are just waiting, but I don't think they're gonna do it, to be honest.
No, because so many people hated Tesla because of the face and the colors on him. Even
Mhm.
though he has swappable, colors on him, a lot of people didn't like him. But it's Perceptor. He's supposed to be that. That's all he is.
He's dull. Yeah, he's a dull character. Yeah, I mean, mine has a loose arm or elbow, whatever, everything. But I don't know if anybody else is going to put one out. Just like Astro Train. I wish somebody would do it. I would love to have an Astro Train. Because I don't. I sold my DX9 one, and I'm waiting for somebody to do an Astro Train.
Well, you can buy the Toy World one, the Avila Star.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good on that one, man. I've seen that one. I think he's Chug anyways. I don't think he's a NP scale anyways. But yeah, I'm good on that one too.
What was that other one? Transportation Captain? I don't even know who made it. It
I think that
looked.
was like a one hit wonder. Was that a one hit wonder from a company? I think.
I think
I
it
know what you're talking
was.
about. I think he was Chug too. I think. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I think he was a one hit wonder from a company.
it was kind of cool the concept of it because I mean it came with like a back trailer and everything with it and I was like oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
cool but then you start seeing scales of it he was shorter than Starscream. I said well that doesn't work.
Not at all. Yeah. Was that the one? Which one came with the track, like a little small track? Was that the Toy World one?
That's the Toy World one.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah, I saw him. I was like, yeah, good. Uh, Zeta should do one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think if Zeta could do, I mean, I'll let them finish their combiners because their combiners are on point. But I would love for Zeta to do a Astro Train and a Skylinks. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, see, I'm going cheap man route with Skylinks. I already got, the MMC first part. So once
Yeah.
Inventa comes out, the second part, that'll
Yep.
be my Skylinks because in real scale, you would be the size of freaking Tripticon,
Yeah, he would. Exactly. Yeah, I'm getting into it. I got the bottom half. I'm waiting for the top half to come in. My boy Robert D. He got them in. He sent them to Bobby to review. So I'm just waiting for somebody over here. I know that he's out overseas, but I'm not going to take a chance with the Chinese New Year coming up. I'm hopefully going to wait till somebody over here gets it so I can order it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I do a lot of my stuff is I'm part of some groups that get stuff, but if not, I go to the Chosen
Mhm.
Prime for a lot of
Yeah,
stuff. So
yeah.
I just
Him and
got,
Hanny.
yeah, and Agabus is usually pretty good too. If you can't
Oh yeah,
find it, Aggie always finds it.
yeah. Hanny's a real good dude. Well, I've met him a couple of times at TFCon and stuff, and he's a really good dude. I don't know if he might be coming out to. I don't know if he's coming out to California or not for TFCon this year.
He is. I talked to
Oh yes.
him. Was it 3 days ago? He is a.
Okay.
He's one of the modern sponsors this year for TFCon. So
Oh, okay. Cool.
we've got the Chosen Prime. We got Robot Kingdom's going to be here. Agabus is
Oh,
going to be
really?
here.
Okay. Cool.
Aegis 3 and Up's going to be here. So it's
Yeah.
kind of cool for us out here in Cali because we haven't had TFCon in years or even a BotCon in years. So it's
Yeah.
kind of nice to see it come back out here. So, and that's in a
Oh, yeah.
month and a half. So if you haven't got your tickets, go buy your tickets and get on the plane and get here.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make it, but I'm glad. I was kind of upset. I'm always going to be biased. That's over here, but everybody deserves one. I've told everybody that they could do two shows a year in the states, and I think they would sell good. But I don't run it, so that's not my choice. So
Yeah, I mean, I think they should always do at least two here in the States and then, the TFCon Toronto one or
yeah,
somewhere in Canada one.
yeah,
The reason is you need an East Coast one, you need a West Coast one, to
exactly.
do it. And then that way, or do one in the middle, like they could feasibly do three a year. But the problem is if you try to do three, that's trying to
Yeah,
get all these people in here at the same
yeah.
time,
I think it'd be pushing with three. I think it'd be hard for three. Two, I think it'd be easy. But three, I don't know if they could do that or not. But it'd be cool if they could. Oh, I'd be all in it. Heck yeah, I'd go to two TFCons a year at least.
Yeah, I mean, if they could do three, do like one in Cali, one, on the East Coast somewhere, and then do one in
Mhm.
Texas. Because at least that way in Texas, it's a central spot for people to get to, you
Yeah, it
know.
is. I would love actually Kansas City. There's a TF Nation, or
Hmm.
is that the they have a show in Kansas City, and it's pretty. I would like to go to it. I'm only about 6 hours away from Kansas City, so I'd like to go to one of those.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
So I did want to bring up TFCon. You actually beat me to it. So as people that have been convention goers to TFCons, BotCons, and stuff, um,
Mhm.
how have you enjoyed your experience while going there as a convention? Now, these are specifically for Transformer fans. They're not comic conventions. They're not, Comic Cons, stuff like that.
Yeah.
These are Transformers conventions.
Right.
How would you say you had, as far as a time? Was it good? Was it bad? And is there pointers you could give to other people?
Okay. Well, I'll start with the BotCons. I've been to four BotCons. I went to '08 through 12. Yeah, I think 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I went to those. Um, I didn't know anybody. I wasn't deluxe, whatever. I was, just regular me. And well, I'm always regular me. I don't know why I said that. That sounds stupid. But anyways, I wasn't known for Shattercast. I wasn't known, as for my reviews. I just went to these BotCons. I saw it on TFW. I used to be on TFW a lot, and I just went to them. The first one I went to was in Cincinnati. and I drove up to it, and it was all about the toys. I walked in, I was like, oh my god, look at this! It was just like a kid in a candy store, and it was so much fun. There was so much stuff, and everything, and I was kind of shy. I didn't talk to anybody really. I mean, there were people in line talking and stuff and everything, which was really cool and everything. But I just didn't talk to people. So there was, I flew out to California twice, and I went to Florida for one, and it was mainly toys. So TFCon, I've been to all the ones that have been in the states. Starting off with Chicago, I've been to Chicago 3 times, North Carolina, and then Reston also. My best ones I went to were the ones in North Carolina and Reston. They were awesome. They were just fun times. Now I go for the community, for the ROC, for Sharecast, meeting new people, meeting fans of the show, meeting fans of, my reviews and stuff. And that's what I go for because now you can get those toys anywhere. I mean, you can get them. I still buy a lot there because I just do it because that's how I am. But honestly, you can find all that crap in online or in the store. So that's what I go for now. It's just to see people. Because I don't get to see everybody. I don't get to see all these people. I get to see them 2 days out of the year, and it's a good time. And I'll just go have fun. I haven't had a bad experience. I mean, the ones I've gone to, everybody wants to crap on BotCon a lot, but I had a good time. They were fun. Not as fun as TFCon, but they still were fun. And I think you said maybe pointers. What do you mean, like what do you look for?
No, like
Oh,
what you should do and not do at TFCon or BotCon.
first of all, shower, bring deodorant.
Number
You
one.
stinky asses. There's some stinky ass people out there. Come on now. Um, you know, if it's your first one to go, just you know, try to make a set amount of money that you want to spend because you will lose control. I mean, I've seen people whipping out their credit cards and stuff, and saying they don't have the money. I don't say anything, but because that's their own life, they're grown ass adults. But just be careful, set amount. I usually take out, mostly cash. I would bring cash all the time. You can't bring cards now. A lot of people are taking cards now, but cash is always good. Everybody's going to take cash because also the ATM that's in that hotel room is going to be out. I'm just going to tell you right now. You'll be waiting in line and it'll be out. Take a shower, definitely. Just be open. You're there. I know there's a lot of negativity in the Transformer fandom, but just be open to people. Meet new people, talk. Because you're there for one reason. Usually, you're there for Transformers or your friends or something. Don't badmouth people. I've seen people bad mouthing and talking shit about people, and it's not here. Come on now, we're all here for a reason. We're all nerds. You're not better. You're not any better. You see clicks. In these at TFCons and stuff. You always see that. That's just life. But just have fun. Just don't be, you're going to be overwhelmed if it's your first time. You'll walk in just like I did and just like, wow, there's a lot of stuff. And just enjoy it, do as much as you can. There's panels, there's, guests, you can meet, your favorite voice actors and stuff and everything. Cosplay, there's a lot of cosplay. That's not my thing, but some people do some really, really good cosplay stuff. There's been some excellent, I've seen some Starscream stuff that just blows my mind. So yeah, just enjoy it, have a fun time, because it goes by fast. Everybody says you have so much time to do stuff. You don't. I mean, it goes by so fast. So just enjoy yourself and let's have a good time and get all the transformers you can, man.
See, like, well, usually when I go, I take out all my money before I go for a reason.
Yep.
'Cause
Hmm.
that's it. I'm
Exactly.
done. I've got what I got, and that's what I get. And but the problem is like it's like, damn, you start looking at like, all right, there's this exclusive, there's this thing. Oh, I've been trying to get that figure for how many years? Just like you find you, you're
Yeah.
like, and you're like,
Exactly.
oh crap, But no, in real time, you've got to have self control in these places. It's no different than any
Yeah.
other common convention. A, shower. Number one
That's
rule,
true.
shower.
Yeah.
Two, make sure you stay on your budget. And three,
Yeah.
just have a good time. Like I'm really going this time, not as for much toys as I am autographs. Because
Oh
I
yeah.
want to because this is the G1 reunion TF Con. They're gonna have everybody in their bro. They haven't announced it, but we all know Peter Cullen and Walker is
Yep.
gonna be there. They're going to
Oh
be
yeah.
there, and that's my goal. Is just I'm taking my 25th anniversary Matrix DVD box set, and I want every one of them damn guys to sign it. You
That's
know.
awesome. That's cool. I've met Peter Cullen 3 times, and he's wonderful. He's really nice. He loves his fans. He just there's a funny story about Peter Cullen. I was at the Florida one. This is 2010, and he was signing autographs and everything. I was walking up. I got that Optimus Prime book signed. It has him on the front. That's like it's a nice book. And I was walking up, and he he said, "Hey Matt, how you doing?" And he called me by my name, and I was like, "Oh my God, Peter Cullen knows my name." I forgot my badge was on my chest, and he could see my name. I know. I was like, "Oh my God!" I looked down. I was like, "Ah." So I thought for a minute there that Peter Cullen actually knew who I was. And so but it was still funny. He's like a grandfather. I got to when we was over. Well, I went to California in 2011. He was doing stuff, and they had like a show for people. Stan Bush played and everything, so he's having shows. He was out, about I think smoking a cigarette or something out there, and I walked over, and he was behind some stuff, and I yelled. Didn't yell at him, but Mr. Cullen, and everything. And could I take a picture with you? And he came over and said, "Oh hell yeah!" And I got a picture of me. I put it on Facebook and everything. And he's just a really nice guy. He sits there and talks to everybody, and really good guy. But another thing is, try to. I don't want to say try to haggle people. You can talk to people, and try to get better prices. If you see something, especially on Sunday, not much
Oh yeah.
Saturday. Saturday, you may have to start. You'll probably pay what they're asking, but Sunday they want to get rid of that crap. And so on Sunday, if you want something, try to talk to this price thing. Say, hey, can you take $5 off that? More likely they're going to say yeah because they just don't want to carry it back. So that's another good thing is try to talk them down. They're humans and they're collectors too, just like you are. And most of them will say okay. Some will not. That's fine. Just move along. Just make sure you just check out everything and look around and everything because there's a lot of stuff and you'll miss stuff. And another thing is if you see something you really really want, get it because I guarantee if you walk back around, that shit's gonna be gone. And it's happened to me quite a few times where I'm like, I don't know, I really want that. Then you walk away, and you're like, God, I need to get that. You go back, and it's like, really? I just left for 5 minutes. No, good
Yeah, that happened to
word.
me at
So,
the last BotCon I went to. You know how they do the resell the BotCon box sets, every year. So it was in
uh-huh,
2012. I went there. I was trying to get the 2010 and 2009 one. Walked around, was looking for a Fort Max, a G1 Fort Max. Saw them,
uh-huh.
passed on, came back, and then they were all gone. And so Deluxe is 100% right. If you see that one thing that you want, you better sure as hell get it once you walk away. And the other catch 22 is hotels. I wanted to bring up hotels too because
Okay.
a lot of times the hotel is where the con is. And so
Yeah.
take the
Mhm.
5-10 minutes, go in the elevator, take it back to your room because that way you can come back down and get more stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I always did that. Yeah, I always loved having. Yeah, I love that they have the. I've always stayed where the convention is. I always stay there. Everything. So it's always good and everything. And you were at the one that's Texas. I think we talked about this. You were the one at Texas. You didn't say
Yeah,
hi.
I went.
I don't know why you didn't say hi to me or nothing. I don't.
I didn't know you back then. I didn't
I,
know who you were.
I know. I know. I didn't know you, but I took my wife, or she was my girlfriend at that time, and a friend of mine. I didn't go for the weekend. I just did we drove down. We were like 5 hours away from Dallas, so me, her, and him, we drove down and spent the day there and went and drove back and everything. So that's pretty cool.
And that actually brings up a good topic, though. Is so we're both YouTubers, Matt and myself. But we've all been connected via TFW, T Formers, Facebook
Mm-hmm.
now. This community of Transformers has grown exponentially over the last 7 to 8 years because of the internet and social media. It's
Mm-hmm.
brought a lot of us together, as friends, to be able to talk about Transformers, talk about other toys, or just life in general.
Right.
Um, it used to be the only time you really saw people was at a convention, and you didn't know anybody from Joe Blow unless you came with them. You knew
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be kind of different because you can go to a TF Con or a Comic Con. You're like, oh yeah, that's that guy. Here's that YouTuber. That's that
Yeah.
guy. Oh, that's
Yeah.
Shartimus Prime. Oh, that's Optibotimus. That's MGO. We're going to know who these people are. And it's
Yeah.
like, hey, it's cool to actually meet people and peers. And friends of ours at these
Yeah.
conventions. So
Yeah,
I
and
highly
people in the
recommend you
boards
go.
too. You got people in the boards, that and all the groups and everything. They get together like hardcore collectors, and they got a big presence. ROC, you
Yep.
know, that run wild. There's a lot of people, and you see people like, you finally get to meet people that you've been talking to on, in a group that you've never met and everything. And it's a lot different, than to meet them in person than it is talking to them on the internet and stuff.
It is, and it's always better too in person. I mean, I don't know how
Oh
many
yeah.
people I've talked to in person, and it's cool just to sit down and shoot the shit, for 30 minutes to an hour, hang out, especially like after the con closes, everybody goes home or they go to
Mhm.
they go to a party or something like that. But that's kind of the catch 22 is it's a great time to be a collector as far as
Oh yeah.
Transformers or any toys in general,
Oh yeah.
because there's so many people you can meet up with and learn from.
hmm Exactly. Yeah, it's a good time to be. I always say that it's a good time to be a collector. There's so many stuff to get. So much stuff out there, and then so many people are out there that like they're like you. They're like Transformers. So you know.
All right. So, next question. How did you come up with your YouTube name Deluxe Baldwin? Now, I know how the last part came up, but where did Deluxe come from?
That was when we started Shattercast. My boy Oscar. I don't know if anybody remembers Oscar. He was on the show for a while. He gave me a nickname that they all had nicknames, and at first he called me Creamy Legends. I didn't like that one. So I was like, you got to come up with something better than Creamy Legends. And so he came up with Deluxe. I think him and Greg or something that were talking about it. And they just started calling me Deluxe for some, I don't know, because I was a Chuck collector, I guess. I don't know. I forgot why they exactly called me Deluxe. But yeah, they just called me Deluxe. And it's stuck since, ever since then. I've been called that, Even my, they asked if my wife actually calls me Deluxe. And I said, no, she don't ever call me that. That's
she
weird.
says,
That'd be weird.
he says, "Hey, you, go do this."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's how the name. It's been oh god, how long have we been doing Showercast? 5 years now at least. Jeebus. So it's been around a little bit. So that's it.
So, and you bring up a good point. Shattered Cast, Romo Collectors. You said you've been doing this for 5 years with those guys, but you only been doing YouTube for what, about a year and a half, I think.
No, I've been around since my first video was my collection video was 2016. So about three
Okay.
years, I think
So
so.
that means you've really changed a lot in this last year. So a lot of people have
Oh yeah,
came to your channel this year because of that,
yeah,
of the
yeah.
changes to that. So, and I wanted to bring it up for a reason, is because like for me, I've had my channel for a little over 2.5 years, but I
hmm
was the same way. I reinvented myself, and then
Yeah.
changed what I did, and it actually changed, it's not just views, subscribers, and whatnot like that, but it changed how I viewed YouTube, and in general. Hey,
Okay.
how did I want this to be a platform, to
Yeah.
reach people with?
Right.
That's why I said a year and a half because I've been subscribed to you for over a year and a half, almost 2 years now, you know.
Thank you.
But I've seen the changes in your channel, with the reviews, with the updates, hey, what's
Yeah.
coming out, those kind of things. I've seen all those changes in your thing. But I do remember you in Shattered Gas because I've been
Yeah,
in that
no,
for a
that's what
long
that's
time.
what I'm known for. I mean, if people ask me, that's what I'm mainly known for. You know, what really set my channel really going, because I was kind of a stale, and I don't say stale, but kind of complacent. I wasn't moving up. I started doing I did the San Diego Comic Con stuff, and the New York Comic Con stuff. I was like one of the first ones to get stuff out, like this is what's coming out, the Siege Line stuff, and that really started getting my subs up a lot and everything. So I started doing that, and I was like, well, and they're real easy. They're not not really hard. They're not long. Reviews basically, you take about 30 minutes to 45 minutes to do them. So it's not a long time. And that's what really got, and that got me thinking, like, I like doing that stuff. I love doing the what's new, because they're short videos, they're short and sweet to the point. You get to see something new that, you can see it on Facebook, but I get to talk. But, I think why people watch my stuff is they say, they get to see me talk about it and everything. So I'm guessing, but, it's, it was just fun. It's fun to do that kind of stuff. And like I said, I'm starting to love do the evolution stuff. I'm going to start doing, and people send me questions, extra zero. He sends me questions all the time. I really appreciate that, with the, let's talk about Transformers and stuff, and it gets, people, it gets, the reason why I do that is the interaction, because I like interacting with people. I like to hear what your opinion is. You can hear mine and, that's it, whatever. But I want to hear your opinion so we could actually have, a conversation maybe and talk about it, like, all that stuff. So that's why I do the let's talk about Transformers and stuff. And, a lot of people have sent me questions and I appreciate it. So
I know I've sent you a shit ton of questions. So
yeah, yeah. And I try to get to them. I've got two lined up from Extra Zero. And once in a while I'll chime in and say, I'll make my own question up once in a while, but everything. But yeah, those two things, the New York Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con stuff, really got me a lot of views and stuff and everything. And I did a reaction to the trailer to Bumblebee, and everything. And then I don't the round 30 minutes. I don't know why I started doing that, to be honest. I was thinking, I was sitting around thinking like, what can I do that's something different that nobody's doing right now, hardly. And it's an interview process, just like this and everything. But I was like, what could I do that, I don't want to just interview, reviewers and stuff and all that. I want to interview everybody. That's why I tell everybody, if you want to come on and we talk it out, I'm fine. I don't care who you are. We'll set up a time and date. I work around your schedule, and we'll have fun. And the reason why I do it for 30 minutes, like you said at the beginning, people's attention span.
yep.
But lately it's not been 30 minutes. They've been going over for like an hour and everything, which, and that's great. And I have a good time. If it goes that long, I'm more than happy, to do it, because it just means it's good conversation and everything. So we're having a good time. And if it's over 30 minutes, that's fine. I just say around 30 minutes because, our attention spans are like gnats. They're not really big. So and that's why my, reviews I try to keep them short too. Because, if you're doing a 30-minute review on a deluxe, come on now, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's you're gonna lose. You're not gonna get anybody to watch that.
Yeah, I
So
was gonna say deluxe should be about 10 minutes max, and that's including packaging.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, for deluxe, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Hey, T man, how you doing, man?
AT.
That's good, dude.
But yeah, you bring up a good point. It is the attention spans for a lot of people, but I've watched pretty much every one of those 30-minute ones. I haven't counted one that's actually 30 minutes yet. So when you actually hit 30 minutes one, we need to
I'll,
do like a 10 comment in that YouTube video.
dude,
We
if I
made
get 30 minutes, I might. You know what? My next one, which I won't. And I think the next one's gonna be a good one. But I'm gonna try to hit the 30-minute one at least one time before it's all over with.
it ain't gonna happen, man.
Yeah,
We
probably.
just that's just how we are. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's true.
So, all right. So now let's talk about something a little different. So we all have the what the F moment, okay, as far as collectors. So we've all done this before. We've all made a purchase within the last year. Why the hell did I buy this? So, Deluxe, what did you buy within the
Oh
last year?
man.
Like, oh crap, what did I do?
So what? Oh, that's a good question, man. Just one, or is it could it be?
It
I
can
mean,
be as many as you want.
the Powder Prime Dinobots that combined. That was individually they were fine, I guess. They all should have been Voyagers, to be honest, and Grimlock should have been a or maybe a leader class. Um, Abominus also. I wasn't really impressed. Now, individually they were good. I liked individually that they were all right, but combined, no, that was not a good one. But in my opinion, that's just my opinion. What was one of my biggest ones I bought this year that I just, man, I can't think of anything else. Maybe the Powder Primes line, Jazz. I didn't like
Oh,
Jazz. I
that
don't know why.
piece of shit.
Yeah, it didn't even look like Jazz. That car mode was. It looked like the GoBot Crasher. I think a lot of people wanted her to him. They wanted him to be recolored into Crasher because it looked more like Crasher. It didn't look like Jazz at all. Um, what are the MPs? Any of the MPs that I bought that? I would say six shot. Well, he's fine. He was fine. He does his job. That's fine. Um, what are some of yours? And maybe I could bank off that. I know it's my interview, but what is something that you bought that you just like? What the hell?
Yeah, there's a lot of the Power of the Primes ones out on my list too. If
Yeah,
you if you might remember from my best and worst of from
yeah.
2018, Grimlock and the Dinobots were on my top ones because
Oh, Starscream, the Powder Prime Starscream.
oh yeah, that's
Pop.
that is one of the worst figures ever made. Period.
That was trash. And I love Starscream, but I have him, but I had to get him because of Starscream. But that's complete trash right there. I can't think of any masterpiece that really third party. Maybe Rouge, but she's fine. She looks good on the shelf, but she's not fun.
Yeah, that's Coot and Rouge were like the two that I like. They look good aesthetically as a bot mode, but
Yeah,
the fun factor is crap. Like you can't. I mean, trying to transform those things and putting those together is junk, and it's like I don't know what they were thinking. When they did it, it's like they found somebody from 5 years ago to come back and try to re-engineer something and put it in
yeah,
there. Because you can tell
exactly.
the engineer himself was completely different between Coot and Rouge, and then Quietus. Quietus was actually a fun transformation,
Yeah,
and I was actually able to get the
beautiful
cockpit
too.
all the way flat once.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And T man, get the hell out of here, man. The aerial bots are awesome for Zeta, dude. I am so ready. I think Haney's getting his last one in tomorrow, and I pre-order it, so I should be getting it soon. You're drunk, man. If you think the Zeta aerial bots are terrible. Now I have to give you the Combaticons in their bot modes were trash. I didn't like their bot modes, but combined, they're beautiful. I just want to say
Well,
Zeta knows how to make a combiner. I'm just going to say they not really that strong on individually. Which I tell you that Silver Arrow, their Silver Bolt is one of my favorites. He's probably by far my favorite Zeta toys. He's awesome. He's awesome. If you have a chance, have you got the Zeta Aerobots yet?
nope, I'm not getting them.
Ah, man, they're good, dude. I'm telling you. If you want a Superion, that's going to be my Superion. Yeah, team, man. Individually, they're not that hot, but man, they can make a combiner. Oh, that's good stuff.
Well, and that's the problem I have is like I like my combiners to have three good modes. I like
Okay, that's
I want,
understandable. Yeah.
and I was like, and I saw the kibble on those aerial bots on the legs and the arms. I'm
Now
like,
you take
I
them off
can't do
though.
it.
You can take them off though. They're awesome. So, but yeah, man, I'm trying to think of anything. That's a good question. That was a really good question. I can't think of anything else that I could that I would consider a bad purchase. Like I said, the Power Prime stuff was kind of meh. I didn't really like that. But yeah. Oh, is that the hot dog cart? Oh, you dropped something. Unique toys? That was unique toys, right?
Yeah, so this was the what did I do moment. I wanted a triple changer, and I needed a sandstorm, for the
Yeah,
the movie in the
yeah.
third season, but I'm like, this thing is utter garbage. No wonder why it was $40, on sale.
Oh yeah, I passed on that one. Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, man, that's a good question. I had to go in my room and look because I had to look around and see. I don't know. I would always say Crapagonics, the Omnigonics, but I didn't get that last year. But every year I say that he's the worst thing I've ever gotten. So that's one of my bad ones. So
Yeah, well, poor Cropagonics, man. I mean, and there's actually a story behind that too. I mean, and a lot of people don't know the story behind it. So
yeah.
kind of explain that to all the viewers out there.
Okay. Well, if anybody listens to Sharecast, Robert D. Robert Detoff. That's what he goes by now, is Robert Detoff. he thought it'd be funny. He buys he does his joke where he buys some of the crappiest crap and he gives it to Bobby all the time, like at shows or something. Like TFCon, he bought him this past TFCon. He bought him that Star Wars, the Chewie and Han combiner or whatever, the Transformer one. He bought him that. So he buys him all that stuff. So for some reason, he thought it'd be funny to get me some. Oh, because I bought Sun Surge and something like that, or I bought Sunsurge or something. So he thought it'd be funny to buy me Omnigonics, and he bought me five of them. So he sent me five Crapagonics. So I have three left. One I gave to Bobby at Skullfest one year. We switched it around. He usually does the Tiger Tracks, that knockoff
Mhm.
Tiger Tracks for its comparison. Well, me and Robert thought it'd be fun if we switched it out. And he didn't notice it for a couple of reviews until finally I think somebody told him that why you got Omnigonics, whatever. So we got him. So he has one of mine, and I actually gave one that I didn't open up. It was a mint and seal box, whatever. I did everything was good condition. I gave that away on my 500th sub kind of thing giveaway. So I gave that to Mr. Jonathan. He's a good dude, and I have three now, and they're I don't know. Two of them are transformed in alt mode, and one's a bot mode, and I do my comparisons with them because they're crap and everything. So, yeah, he sent me one, and he actually sent me a Ditka, a Blitzwing. I bought it. I think I put it on pre-order. I had it on pre-order, and I got it in, and I sold it. And he's like, no, we can't have that. So he bought me one. And when you buy stuff for people, you're not supposed to sell it. I have a damn Ditka in my collection because he bought me one. So. Yeah, he's a funny guy, and it's weird. But I love him to death. He's awesome. So that's how I got five Crapagonics or Omnigonics, whatever you call
Well, it did because the gift that keeps on giving. That's why I never bought it. I've been waiting for 3 years for Berserk to come out from Fans Toys.
And they're not going to do it. I heard they scratched it because of the engineering. They couldn't get the engineering down. So I don't know if we're ever going to get another Blitzwing. I mean, that kind of sucks too. I would like to get another Blitzwing.
Well, you might have to go back to the DX9 one, you know?
Oh yeah, Jawalt, I think is what it's called. I
Yeah.
don't know all the third party names all the time, but yeah, Jawalt. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've messed with both Ditka and Jawalt, and Jawalt hands down beats Ditka any day. Ditka
Uh-huh.
had a good look. I will say aesthetically, he looks good. But
Yeah,
what
he's
I can't get over is a damn KFC hands. I hate those hands to save my life.
it's his knees, man. They can't. There's actually a fix for that. They made replacements for it and everything, but I didn't fix mine. He's fine. He stands up where he's at, and he's fine. Whatever. He's one of those bots.
Well, yeah, and it's sort of like the sandstorm I just showed. It's like you need to have that character because you want to have it. You want to have the cast, and it's like you do that.
Yeah,
Same way with we all bought Rouge and Coot last year because we wanted a
yeah,
cup and we wanted a RC in our collection, and aesthetically they still look the best. So it's
yeah.
like all right, you go that route, but it's like there is that fun factor of trying to play and transform and do stuff, and you just don't do that with these, especially KFC. Now, I will say the only KFC one that I've had that it's actually been okay to play with has been Transistor. I've never had a problem ever
Oh,
with
yeah. The
Blaster.
blaster. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's good. He's good. I like for KC. I like their the Retgar. I have Retgar. He's fine. Um, uh, uh, I'd have to go back. I'd sold all of their combiners were trash. I had Superion and I had some other ones, and they're just not going to hold up. I think you have to part for them now for combiners like Zeta's doing and Constructor because you're just going to there'll be floppy mess. I remember my Superion was just crap. So yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm waiting on my constructor to get here. So I ordered
nice,
I,
nice.
I ordered the new version, with the chrome and all the extra bits, that
Oh, okay. I have the that one right up there. He's a box. That's the box set one, and it came with the extra face. And I have the clear one, also the clear green one, because I love clear translucent transformers. I love them for some reason. They just look so cool. So I bought that one, and but yeah, they've got like ten different molds of that. They got a yellow one, a orange clear one, and everything. I'm like, I can do it
yes.
too, man. I can barely find two places to find those, So ugh.
Yeah, I just want one. I just want one normal G1 colored looking one, and then they had it with the chrome and then the purple barrel and all the
Yeah,
upgrades. And I was like, it's
you're gonna
all in
love
one
it.
box. I'm like, done.
Oh
Here,
yeah,
here you go.
you're gonna love it, dude. Dude, it's awesome. It's a good toy.
I mean, I've messed with the Generation Toy one. I've had the Hercules. I had all those old ones, and they're great. Hercules
Yeah,
was great as a chug one. Don't get me wrong. That was a great one at that time. You know,
yeah. He's just outdated. He's oh god, he's at least probably what 8 to 10 years old.
he's almost 10 years old. I can't believe he's almost 10 years old already.
One of the first, yeah, he was one of my first combiners I got. He was fine. He was good for what he was, but he's outdated now. He just doesn't. But yeah,
Well, I mean, it's just like Feral Rex, Prometheus, and all those other ones. They're Warbitrons. They're all going downhill. But I will
yeah,
say, I had the Jin Bao upsized version of Feral Rex and the Bruticus. They were
mhm,
a lot better, the upscaled version. They had better ratchets, better joints. Now their faces looked horrible. I'll tell you that. You had to go buy that upgrade kit from Show Z
yeah,
to make them look
yeah.
better. But it was
Exactly.
they were okay. But I was like, it's aesthetically though, it still doesn't fit, with the Chug collection. That's
Hmm.
the issue I have.
Yeah, yeah. That's understandable. I don't collect knockoffs, and I've told people I don't. I'm just not that. I'm not a knockoff collector, but I don't knock people. So to speak, that collect knockoffs. That's your collection. That's what you love. You're happy. I'm happy. But I tend not to. I've gotten a couple of knockoffs sent to me for jokes and stuff and everything. And I still have them. I won't get rid of them. Actually, I got sent that Starscream that's in my. When I do floor time, there's Tripticon right by me. There's that
Mhm.
Starscream, knocking Starscream in his mouth. So I'll keep them. And I actually got a good one. I got a upscale of Little Maggie, the Iron Factory
Oh
mech
yeah.
in yellow, the piss stain one, whatever. And he's not terrible, to be honest. I mean, he's got good joints, transforms fine, and he got some good articulation. It's a good one, but it's not. I'm not gonna collect knockoffs, but there are some good ones out there. I've heard there's better knockoffs than the masterpiece ones, and I've heard that and everything. That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah, I had the Yes model ones for a long time for that reason because their joints were better than the actual real MP ones, and I loved how
Mhm.
they didn't do the sliding up and down, so to speak, motion. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
they actually
yeah,
tabbed in. But
yeah.
but once Make Toys came out with their cartoon version, I was done. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, they're
Bye bye.
beautiful. They're beautiful. I love them. I love them. I have actually they're right behind me in that detail.
Yep,
So
those are right there.
oh yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly. Awesome.
And once the Coneheads come out, I can't wait for them to go with them.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. They've been showing them for a while. They showed it last year at TCon, and then this year, the 2 years they've shown them and everything. So I'm so ready for some cone. I don't have any cone heads. I didn't. I skipped on the masterpiece one, so I'm ready for some cone heads.
I did the same thing. I passed on them too because all the issues everybody was having with them, and the
Yeah,
look, and the look was off. The look was completely off from the Takara ones, for
yeah,
me. I was just like, all right, I want something a little more simplistic as well. I don't need all
yeah.
the details. I want it kind of closer to the cartoon look. And then, so when they put, Chosen Prime put all the orders up for all three, I'm like, next, 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 next.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
I'm getting
Exactly.
them.
Yeah. Oh, me too. I'm ready. I make toys. I wish they them and the rest of their headmasters. They got Highbrow coming out and Brainstorm. So I'm ready to finish off the Autobot one, and I'm ready for Fans Toys to finish off their Decepticon headmasters, so we can have all the headmasters.
I always thought that was interesting too. And for a fact that Fans Toys and Make Toys had to talk to each other about that.
Yeah.
So,
I,
because
I
they,
don't know. I'm sorry. Go on. I'm
I
sorry.
was going to say specifically, they did, Chrome Dome and they did High, and Cupola. They did that. They did those two, what, I want to say 4 years ago, 5 years ago, Make Toys brought those two
It's been a
first.
while. Yeah, at least 3 years. That I know that they did the Hardhead and Coppola. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Fans Toys came out with their Werewolf and uh,
Mind
Mind
blown.
Wipe, and we're getting the other one, the Crocodile. So I think we'll get the main ones, but every time, but when Fans or when Make Toys put out their was it Fans Toys? Yeah, Fans Toys when they put out their Werewolf, they had they showed a picture of him stepping over Chrome Dome or something like that, or a Hardhead,
Mhm.
and had his foot on it. So it's kind of like a little friendly jab or something. So I don't know. It was weird, but I wish they'd hurry up and finish them. That'd be pretty cool. But we're not gonna get anything from Make Toys probably till after Chinese New Year. So
Yeah, I guarantee
it's
it.
fine.
Well, I mean, they've showed images of Highbrow and Brainstorm, so it's like
Yep.
at least we've got the pre-production, at least images, and
Yeah.
we've
They
seen
show
a.
prototypes too. Yeah.
So
At
I was like,
TFCon they show
okay.
prototypes.
So the
Sorry.
biggest thing though is I want to see somebody else do the freaking eight face and call it Snapdragon because I can't
Yeah.
do the KFC one, man. I looked at them; they are
Yeah.
so messed up.
I got I have Snapdragon. I don't have eight face as far as the thing. So I may, if nobody does one, I'll have to get the eight face so I can have them because I don't know if anybody's going to do them or not. So, and I got the fans project, the deluxe ones.
Hmm.
I have all the ones they have out, and then they've been teasing Snapdragon eight face for years now. I don't think they're going to come out, but they were good. I did like the deluxe ones or the chug collector ones off for the fans projects.
Yeah, I had the Chrome Dome and then the Mind Wipe from Fans Project ones. I mean, they were good for what they were, but it's kind of like, well, I don't know. They did finally release that last, Dinobot after what, 3 years.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you might
yeah.
see
I
it. Who
remember that.
knows?
Yeah,
Um,
I got into two of those, two or three, I think, into the Dinobots, and I was like, I don't like these anymore. So because I just wasn't, they were too stylized, I think, which is kind of weird. I love Iron Factory for their stylization, but I didn't like the Dinobots like that. So I sold my two, and they had TFCon exclusives, there and everything. So yeah, that's fine.
well, it's just like Slash. Slash was not part of the original crew of Dinobot. She's an
Yeah,
add-on. And I saw
yeah,
her, I'm like, no, that's not going to my collection.
yeah, exactly. I understand.
All right. So we do have a couple more questions for you. All right.
Okay.
We all know that Starscream is your favorite. Why is Starscream your favorite, though?
That's a good question. And I've always had that. It's not because of the character, because the character is a really, an asshole. He's swiveling. He's a, just, evil, conniving, backstabber or whatever. As a kid, I always liked the alt mode. I always wanted to be a jet. For some reason, I thought I was going to be a jet when I grew up. I don't know why. Everybody thinks they're going to be an animal or, a doctor or not an animal, but a doctor or fireman. I wanted to be a jet. I just wanted to fly around. So I loved his alt mode. And as I grew older, I remember appreciating that as a kid. I loved the jet mode. So it's not because, and I also love that the interaction between him and Megatron. I think that is really awesome. Just there, he knows that, he always wants to be leader of Decepticons, but he knows he can't defeat Megatron, and he would, to be honest, he would be a shitty leader. To be honest, nobody would follow him. He's just too full of himself, and nobody would take him serious. So and just the interactions between him and Megatron made good, cartoon, and everything. So that's why he's one of my favorites. I just like it because he's a jet too.
Yeah, but which version is your favorite, though? Now, so is it, upscale, huge Cybertron version, little itty bitty
No.
one, or MP?
Uh, in peak scale. I mean, if the Make Toys Starscream is my favorite. If my house was burning down and I could grab only one, it would be. It used to be the coordination one, and I still love the coordination MP one. It's awesome. I love it and everything. But that Make Toys one is just straight off the screen, and I love it in jet mode. It looks beautiful, and he's not perfect. He has some issues, just like all of them do, but he's just awesome. So I would probably pick that as my favorite. Now, my favorite version, like a cartoon, that'd either be G1 or Prime. I love Prime. I liked him. He was more evil in Prime, I think, than any other incarnation. But G1, I'm always gonna love the G1. But Prime Starscream, that's a good Starscream. I like that one.
Yeah, a lot of people forget about Prime, because I mean it was such a niche community that watched it. mostly a lot of us G1 fans loved Prime for that reason because it
Oh
went back to those old roots and it actually dealt
yeah.
with real issues, trying to figure out. It wasn't just about the campy kids, from the
Yeah.
Unicron trilogy. This is real stories trying to figure it out. And then especially when Unicron shows up and there's 1,000 Unicrons,
Yeah.
and I'm like, good grief.
Yeah. Exactly.
But the cool part about Prime though that I always loved though was the community. Like even if it was Decepticons or if it was the Autobot side, they
Mhm.
always were a community and they're like except for
Yeah.
Starscream. Starscream wanted to do everything on his own, damn it.
Yeah. He was a loner. Yeah. That was he was more conniving in that series than anything. He would just stab anybody in the back to get what he wants. Which every version of Starscream, I think he would do that. But I don't know. He just looked more, with the sleek, slender kind of body type he had. He just looked like he would just stab anybody in the back just to get what he wanted, and he didn't care. So, but I like it. It was a he was a good character. So.
Well, and it was a good run on the toys too, especially when the first
Mhm.
edition came out. I
Mhm.
loved
Yeah.
the Prime toys.
Oh yeah, really, really nice. I need to start. I thought about. I've done a couple Prime reviews, gone back and done some old ones. I may start doing some more. If during Chinese New Year when you don't get a lot of new stuff, I'm gonna go back and start reviewing older figures. And finish. I started off a masterpiece thing where I did an overview of the masterpiece figures. How they stand up to now. And see if they're still good. I need to finish that. I think I'm on Shockwave now or whatever the wave. I think I'm gonna start back with him and everything. So just go back and do some old stuff. It's fun to do that. You get to mess around with some older stuff.
Well, and I do the same thing. I mean, especially from,
Yeah.
like I loved Galaxy Force, when it was Galaxy Force by itself before it was connected.
Yeah.
I watched it
Yeah.
in Japan, so I love that deco of the Cybertron, Optimus
Yeah. That
Prime,
was good. They have some good toys. Cybertron, that Galvatron and Megatron was a good toy. Even the Optimus Prime was good, which they're doing a redo on Siege for the Wave 2 of the laters. There's some good ones in that line. I like that line.
And my favorite part was when you combined Optimus with Wing Saber and Leo Breaker. And then I've got two Leo Breakers, so he's got two
Oh
arms.
yeah, dude, that's a lot of plastic right there, man. That has no articulation at all. He just like,
Exactly. Yeah,
yeah, I
like
know.
I literally when I put all of it together, I took it right to the scale and weighed it, and it was 8.5 pounds, with
Oh my
everything combined.
god, that's
But
a lot of plastic.
But
Jesus.
they just don't make toys like that anymore, though. That
Yeah,
that is kind of the catch 22. Is like as we, like Siege. Siege is a good line today because it's going back to that aesthetic. You're getting articulation, you're getting aesthetic, you're getting
yep,
plastic. And it actually feels heavy. Like you pick up those Ultra Magnus, you pick them up, and there's
yep,
weight to him.
yeah,
You know that was really the last line that did it was Cybertron. Prime figures weren't that heavy. I think the
yeah,
Optimus was a little heavier, the leader version, and then you
yeah.
had Bulkhead.
Then you had
But
the Prime trailer what with Combiner Wars, and Time Returns, and then Powder Primes. Yeah, you can see the decline. I love Time Returns. I think that's a good line. They had some really good figures in that. But Combiner Wars was kind of the decline of Transformers mainline to me as far as Chug. And not to say that there was some good. I still have Superior on. I think he's pretty good, and Bruticus. But and then Time Returns came, and it was good. I liked the gimmick, and they had really some good ones. The twin twist and top spin, really good.
yeah,
Trigger Happy and the other two, keep forget their names. The other
Misfire
headmaster.
and Slug Slinger.
Exactly. Those three were really good. I mean, they're good Transformers, and but then they just started, not they started getting bad, especially Powder Primes. I don't know what the Prego mode. I don't know what that was. I don't understand what they were doing with that, but whatever. I think they're back on track. I think somebody took over and said, yeah, we're going to try to make Transformers a little better, and I think they succeeded with that and everything. I think they put some love in back into the main line, and that's really good.
Well, and that's I'm so glad they went back to the roots kind of thing with Siege. Yeah, we
Yeah.
went back to similar they're not perfect G1 aesthetics, don't get me wrong, they're not meant to be,
Right.
they're on Cybertron, but it's a good go back to that, hey, simplistic, because like, it's funny when you think about Optimus, you remember that, crap, a long time ago, it was a two-pack with Optimus and Megatron from Classics. Megatron was a
Oh yeah, the
tank.
green tank. Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
and he had the
And
swivel, whatever. Yeah.
yeah, Optimus was
He-
tiny. I was like, that was like, okay, I think at that part is when they started smoking the crack at Hasbro. Because when
Yeah.
you started
That was
getting
crazy.
that kind of stuff, I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. Yeah. He had the little spin action, whatever he could turn. Yeah, that was. Oh, that was terrible. I think I had the two back steel. I think I may have it. I don't know. I have to look around for it.
Yeah, I got rid of that one real fast. I still have the classics, the old classics one, with the huge
Yeah.
wind vane,
Oh yeah.
but
Me too.
and it's because we all have the fans project kit.
Yeah. I have. I think I have like six or seven of that mold. I mean, there's that many of that mold I have. It's weird. So yeah.
Well, it's like you might remember when KO Toys used to be out. They had all their molds of it, so they would call it
Oh,
cold,
okay.
KOLD.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, okay, yeah. They did the Seekers too, didn't they, or
they
something?
did the Seekers too,
Okay. Yep.
and the Seekers actually were built better than the Hasbro ones.
Really?
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And the cool part was is they did the blue convoy, so they did the Delta Magnus,
Oh
and
yeah.
then they
Yeah.
did
Okay.
the
Yep.
Wonderfest Black Nemesis Prime
Yeah.
before the real one came out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
So I still got those. They're falling apart though, like literally over time. You can tell the mold degradation's going in the
Yeah.
factory.
Yep.
But yeah, no gold plastic syndrome though. At least I don't have that.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
last
good.
question
I have
for
some
the
from Beast
night.
Wars.
So this
Okay.
this is your big one. All right.
They're all big. I think they've been great, really great questions.
What is your fondest memory of you playing with toys as a kid or as a man child?
God dang, as a kid, one of my fondest memory of I want to say not play, but it was one Christmas after it was the year was it 86 or 87? I think it was 87. Yeah, because after the movie. Um, my father had just passed away from cancer, and it was me, my mom, and my brother. And I remember she bought me a lot of Transformers. I remember getting Tripticon. I got Skylinks. I think I got Galvatron, Cyclonus. I didn't get Scourge. I don't know why I didn't get Scourge, but I wasn't complaining. I got a bunch of old, not old, but a bunch of the new '86 movie stuff and everything, and season three stuff. And I just remember that Christmas, I got a lot of stuff, and my brother got some stuff. He got the what was the Cobra? Was it called the Terradome? Was
Oh yeah,
where the base, the
the
blue and
Terradome and
yellow,
the
red,
Hits
white?
tank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got that. He got a bunch of GI Joe stuff because he was in GI Joe. I was too. I mean, He Man was my first love, but I just remember that. I remember getting all those out and everything. And I remember the funny part was the Nintendo just came out or was recently just came out, and my friends that we were at their house got one, and I didn't want one. I told my mom I didn't want one, but they started playing Mario Brothers, Super Mario, Super Mario Brothers, and I was like, oh my god, we got to get one. So we finally eventually got one. But I remember I got a bunch of that stuff. It was a good Christmas. I remember that. And what was it, man child? Um, what do you mean? Like, when was the last time I played? I mean, I just played with the last night actually on floor time. I mean,
Well, the reason why I say as a kid or as a man child is because all of us still play with our toys today. You know,
most
so
of them. Yep.
so it kind of ties back to the previous question of like when did you start collecting? So within the last time frame as an
Okay.
adult,
Okay.
what is your fondest memory of something you got within say the last 20 years as a collector?
Oh, geez. Man, you put me on the spot on that one. I don't know. Something that um and, when people send me stuff, I think that's and I don't ever ask for anything. When people go out of their way to, Robert's bought me some stuff before. It's really nice. Like he bought me Coot. He got me Coot for the cup. The Fan Toys cup. And that always means something to me. When somebody goes out of the way to buy you something, just because they're, just to be nice. I think that goes a long way. And I will always keep that. I always keep the one stuff that people have, sent me, and everything. And I don't ask for anything. I usually can get it if I want it, but just those, times, it was when I uh, reviewed, Cup and everything. It was just really cool. When I got to play on the floor with them. This is something that was given to me by a good friend. And everything. And I just recently sent, TTRX6 Justin. He's on Shattercast and everything. He was looking for a G1, the G1 reissue Devastator. They've been going on sale a lot and everything. Well, I had one. Uh, Mr. John Garinger, he's another reviewer.
Mhm.
He found one for me for like $20 and everything, and I bought it from him. And I already had the Takara version, the Takara
Yeah.
G1 version, so I didn't need this. So he said he was looking for one, and I secretly got his address and I sent it to him. And so it's about that. It's about the community. You just you show your love and respect for each collector. And it pays off in the end. You get good friendships. I will always have, for some reason Shattercast doesn't last any longer. I'll always know that I have four good friends. That I always have and everything. So I know that's not answering the question about the man child thing, but every time I play with one, it means something to me. Everything. Every time I review something, I do it because I love it, and I'm gonna do it until when I start thinking it's a job, or it's like I have to do a review, and everything. I'll stop because there's no point in doing it. You can tell some reviewers, like they're just not, they're just going through the flow of the motion or whatever. You know and I'm not naming anybody, just there's some out there. But if you're not having fun doing this, don't do it because it'll show. You can tell people's reviews about that stuff. So I just love doing it, and I'll do it until I get tired of it, or I just don't collect anymore. So,
I don't see that happening for us as Transformers fans. We're always going to collect. Um,
hope so. I really hope so.
well, and that's the thing too is that, we have a lot of stuff like that, and I'm the same way. I appreciate anything and everything somebody sends me.
Yeah.
I
Oh
love.
yeah.
Everybody knows my love of Transformers is always going to be there. I will never sell those hardly ever, unless
Yeah.
something crap happens. That life events happen that you have to sell
Yeah,
something.
that is true. That is true. If something
Uh,
bad, yeah, something bad happened, I can understand, and that's why I like your channel. I really love your channel, especially when you get new stuff in and everything, and you go get, that's what the syndicate is about. Always, which I really always admire is that, you're always getting stuff, but you're always giving stuff too. Every time I see your thing, you're getting stuff, but I'm sure there's, other people getting stuff. You're looking for people, stuff and everything, and that's really cool. That's what it's all about. Friendships and everything. So that's what I love about watching your reviews and everything is that you get all that stuff, but you're doing the same thing too. So it's just good stuff, man.
well, and that's the fun part about it is like now we're in positions where we can do that. It's like we're able to
Yeah,
go out and help people and find stuff for people and take care of them. And
yeah,
John's a good dude. I've talked to John so many times. And John gives
yeah,
away lots of great stuff. So go check out his
yeah,
Facebook page. uh,
yeah.
but yeah, it's a community we're in. We try to help out one another. The best we can.
Hmm.
We're not rich. We don't have all the millions of dollars in the world, but when we can do it for
Nah.
10, 20, $30 when we can, we try to do it. We try to do
Oh
the
yeah.
best we can.
Oh
Which
yeah.
is why, that's what's great about where we're at now too, is the communication is that we can talk to people who live in a different state and they might actually be able to
Oh
find
yeah.
that thing that you want. And then you can find the thing they're trying to find because they can't find it either.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's a great community.
Yeah.
And
It is.
and my favorite part though is we get new toys to play with. And that's always a fun thing, you
Yeah.
know.
That's true. Man, I can't. If somebody thumbs down this thing, man, come on now. That's not nice. Jesus,
Yeah.
whatever.
They can get over it. I'm used to it. I usually get at least one to two per, you know. They,
Oh yeah, I do. I do too.
but that's
It's
the
fine.
catch
It's
22
fine.
is that we're having fun.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Deluxe. Another question. I just thought of it on the fly, actually. So sorry,
Okay.
sorry. Have to
No, it's
ask,
fine.
but I've got you on the thing.
That's
If
fine.
you asked me the same question on my
Okay.
review. If I could be anything I wanted to be, what would I be in that kind of similar vein?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm not asking that question.
Okay. Okay. Good.
So, what is your plan for your channel in the future? Where do you see yourself going within the next 3 years?
Oh man. God dang. I don't want to ask you all this question. And everybody's like, ah. I'm still hope. I still hope within the 3 years that I still like doing this. Still love doing it. Um, and I hope that we'll expand, to more stuff. I'll still be doing around 30 minutes with people. I know I do a lot of them, but there's a lot of people out there. I will never. I don't think I'll ever have. I'll run out of people to interview and stuff. I just hope that people are still liking my channel, and like the content that I put out. I'm always really appreciative of anybody that speaks to me, responds to my questions or anything. I try to respond to everybody. I don't get to everybody all the time, but I'm good. Probably 80% most of the time. I'm always responding. Maybe a couple of words or something, but I'm trying. I see you are talking to me, and I really appreciate that. You take time out. You take time out of your busy schedule to come watch my stuff and to respond, and I really respect that. So I try to respond to people and everything, all that good stuff. So I'm hoping that I'm still around, and I still like doing it, and maybe more people like it, and hopefully I can still keep doing it. And hopefully Transformers will still be around, and I can review Transformers. Hopefully, that's fingers crossed that they'll still be around for another 3 to 20 years. Hopefully, I don't. That's a good question.
And I had to ask you. Yeah,
Oh, no, I
I
know.
don't see him going anywhere within the next 30 years. We're going to be retired, and they'll still be making Transformers probably.
Oh man, I don't know if I can get my old ass down on the floor. I'm gonna have to get my old fat ass up, man. I don't know if anybody would do that, man. Shoot, my wife be like, man, get your fat ass up.
You might have to be in the rocker chair for that one.
That's true. That is true.
Be rocking with the Optimus.
Exactly. No, you're
uh,
not gonna take him.
but the fun part is like as collectors, we can do that. We can have fun for the rest of our lives with our collections.
Yeah.
Do what we want to do, pass them on to our kids or to our grandkids if we want to. It's the
Right.
fun
Yeah.
part about it.
Yeah. Totally agree.
You can't take
Totally
it with
agree.
you, so you might as well enjoy it while you got it.
That is true. That is. I totally agree with that. That's a good statement.
All right. So now it's your turn. Now, I always try to turn it over to the other person as well. Do you have any questions for me?
Okay. Oh God, offhand, damn, I didn't know you were gonna ask me to do that. I mean, I've already asked you questions, so not
Okay.
really. Sorry, no, I don't really think I have anything new. I asked my wife the other night because I told her, I asked the same questions, which I think is pretty cool because I like to hear different versions or different, aspects of what other people would think. So I basically asked around the same questions. I'll ask a new one here there. So she got me some new questions, and I cannot remember them. I told her to write them down, but I'm gonna have to tell her to tell me again because I forgot what she asked. And I wish they were really good, but I just forgot them. It was this past weekend. God, what could I remember? Oh, here's one she asked. She said, "So, what would make you stop? Is there anything that can, let's say, if I can word it right, what could get you to stop collecting? Is there
Priorities.
anything?"
Family. I mean,
Right.
my family's priority.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is like when things come up that you have to take care of, that would take you to start collecting. Um, I don't see me ever stop collecting 100%. But I could
Yeah.
see,
You can
hey,
scale it down. Yeah.
exactly. There would be things I would still collect. but I would
Yeah.
say, like for me, I collect comics, Transformers, NECA, and some other stuff.
Yeah.
I can see me pairing off some of that stuff, saying, okay, this has got to go, this got to go, this got to go. There's
Yeah. Yeah. The
Harleys
less
and the
important
Bronx to
stuff.
take care of.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Um, I think Not Walker asked, "What's your favorite legend of this year, 2019? What too soon? Are you talking
Oh,
about?
Marvel Legends. He's talking about Marvel Legends.
Oh, Marvel Legends. Oh, I don't know if he's asking you or me. I don't collect Marvel Legends anymore. Sorry, but
Yeah.
what's your favorite legend so far? If you got any?
I've got some. I'm actually rebuilding my Marvel Legends collection. I'm doing
Oh,
X Men
nice.
and the X
Okay.
Force ones. Favorite
Oh,
one,
gotcha.
right as of right now, is probably going to be the yellow suit Wolverine, the Jim Lee one that just came
Okay.
out
Yeah,
last year.
I got you.
Because I love that aesthetic. I always loved the Jim Lee one, so I want to finish
Oh yeah,
my X Men up. But
nice.
that's my favorite so far for right now.
I haven't. I collect the legends, but I sold all mine. Not last year, the year before, 2017. Actually, I paid for my TFCon trip that year, so I sold all my legends. I had like over 100 of them, and I did the Toy Biz one. When they were big, I had tons of Toy Biz ones. I sold all those, and then I got back into it. I'm just like, I didn't have the room. I'm just like, I don't need this anymore, so I sold them all. So yeah,
Well,
that's
I
it.
was in the same boat. I mean, I literally had every legend from 2014 till
Yeah.
2018.
Oh
Um,
yeah, me too.
but I ended up selling all of mine for my new house. So, if you talk about,
Nice. There you go.
kind of go back to the question you asked before about priorities. I had a priority, and I
Yeah.
took advantage of it, sold it, and it helped me get in my house, and
That's
now
it, and that's a good, perfect reason.
And now I'm rebuilding the ones I really want because that is kind of the problem as us as collectors. Sometimes we get into that OCD moment where we're like, we got to have them all. You got to have everything,
Oh yeah.
and
But
then you got to stop and sit back and look at, okay, do I really need everything that I have? Am I really enjoying what I
yeah,
have? And it's like, and now I do. I actually enjoy what I have in my collection.
yeah,
Versus
and you can always
I
get them back too.
and that is about as true as
You
you
know.
can get because even
Yeah.
in Transformers, the same thing. Like I remember I had to sell a bunch of mine off before, and now I've got most of them back.
Yeah.
I've got like the Armada, the Cybertron, and the Energon ones.
Yeah.
Those are hard to find now. We're talking about 20 years old, Transformers now, almost 30 years old
Yeah.
for G1 stuff. So you can still find
Oh
it.
yeah. Over 30 years.
Um, but that sketch, you can always rebuild it. You can always get the ones you
Oh yeah.
really want to get, and that's what I highly recommend to
Exactly.
anybody out there that's a collector. Get
Yeah.
what you really enjoy and what you really love. Don't get it because of hype. Don't get it because Johnny Law got it or somebody else got it. Get it because it's something you want to get.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Yeah. That's a good word. Yeah. That's a good way. I agree with that. Yeah. That's all I got. I don't have anything to ask anymore. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I know it's getting late, man, on that side of the town. So,
Yeah.
where can everybody find you at, Deluxe?
Well, I'm on Deluxe Presents. Whatever. I don't know why it's called Deluxe Presents, but it's Hell Hasbro Reviews. Look it up on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram at hell underscore Hasbro underscore reviews. I dabble in taking pictures a lot, so I'm always posting pictures of every, all the stuff I take or I get. You can find me at Matthew Baldwin on Facebook. Look me up if you want to be friends. We can chit chat. You can find me. That's it. And I'm on Shattercast Uncut. It's a Transformers podcast. We're on the Cool Table Network. If you know anybody about the RLC, the Realm, We're all part of that and everything. So and that's about it. Yeah. You found me on. We put out a new episode. We actually recorded tonight. We put out a new episode every week, and it's on Friday mornings. Well usually Thursday night, but we say Friday morning. But that's when most people wake up and everything. So. And that's it. And once, thank you very much for having me on. I had a wonderful time. It was awesome. I love your channel. You're a good dude, man. I hope to hopefully meet you one of these days. It'd be cool to hang out with you and everything. So,
Definitely. Well, when you come to San Diego, hit me up. We'll try to see if we can make something work out.
okay. How far are you from San Diego? I think I've
About
asked you, but
I think about 4 hours maybe from here.
Oh, I thought it was closer than that. That's a good drive, man. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'll hit you up.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Um, I was glad to have you on, man. Because, like I said, I kind of wanted to turn the tables on you a little bit because you've been doing this for all of us. Just to
appreciate
say,
it.
hey, thank you for what you do for us out there in the community.
Oh,
We really appreciate
oh,
it, and I enjoyed my time with you, so to speak, both on my interview as well as your interview. And
yeah,
so, thank you, Matt. I appreciate you.
no
I do
problem.
want to
I'll get you
say,
back on. I'm gonna get you back on. Don't worry. We'll
oh
get you back
yeah.
on again.
Well, I got a project I might send your way. I'll PM you on it.
Okay.
So,
Oh, okay.
uh,
I'm up for new projects.
so you can also find us, both Matt and me, occasionally as people on the Figure Action channel as well. We do rotate occasionally in there. When they run out of people that they don't have, they're like, "Hey,
Yeah,
Matt or
that's
Nate,
true.
can you join?" We do try to help them out.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
shout out to my boy T
That's a good.
Man, Matt,
Yeah,
and Extra Zero and Joe. Um,
yeah. Good dudes. Good dude. That's a good podcast. Everybody should check them out. They're really good dudes.
Definitely. But yeah, it's been a fun night. Thank you, Matt, for being on the channel, coming aboard.
No problem.
If you need anything, definitely give me a holler. You know where I'm at. You know where you can find me.
Oh yeah.
So, so thank you guys, and I hope everybody has a good night tonight.
Bye everybody.
Bye.